Working as intended.
Murder. There's so many cutscenes in them. This time we're going from Gridania. We're staying off the grid, Anya. I think the Archers Guild, we're actually fairly far along. And Peloton. Right, I had the level 31 to do. Wind Bite is having a heated discussion with Silver. Perhaps you should intervene. Fight, fight, fight. Hey guys, what's up? Thank the gods you've come. Perhaps we can talk some sense into this stubborn fool. At least let us petition the Order of the Twin Adder for what's going on. There's no time. You got the power! Would be long gone before their forces had even assembled. Alone I can move more swiftly, take these poachers by surprise and force them to divulge your location. We understand how you feel, but this is too reckless. At least permit Monica and me to accompany you. You, the adventurous savage? You cannot understand. Still racist, but I do understand. I know what it means to take pride in your home, to want more than anything protected, and to be consumed by guilt when you cannot. I see what you're going through, and I understand. This guild taught me to open my eyes and see clearly. I beg you, open yours. You have friends here ready to fight. You have us. I have never considered you my friends. Do not follow me. What a jerk. Even after all we've been through? We're gonna follow you anyways. Well, his lying certainly hasn't improved. If he honestly thinks he's doing us a favor by forbidding us from getting involved, he's an even bigger fool than I imagined. Come, Monaco, to the South Shroud. Hooray, the level 30 area? Should I go pick up the other quests because they're probably around the South Shroud as well? Over to the Lancers Guild. Questions and Lancers. Nice pun. Oh, these ones will still be 25. Wants you to learn from other masters of the Lancer's art. Stronger than when we last spoke. Plainly, you have devoted many hours to training, which is just as well, for I have a mind to set you on your next task. At the Bramble Patch, you came to grasp true meaning of courage. I would have you put that courage to the proof before these three masters of our art. In the many years since they began their training within these walls, these men have led very different lives, yet they share the distinction of being regarded amongst the finest lancers of their time. And just as they once looked to their seniors for inspiration, so too shall you look to them. By availing yourself of their wisdom, you will take another step towards becoming a full-fledged lancer. Your first instructor is a man named... Oh, it's Mathiomi. Seek him out at Amarasax's Spire in the East Shroud, where he serves as a frontier sentry. Long years at his post have honed Math's perception. No detail escapes the man's piercing gaze. Present yourself before him for inspection and do as he bids you. Alright. I'm Asian. I'm up for hanging out with Math. We also have to do conjurer things, which are soon to be white mage things. I leveled up my crafters and I made them finish up through the level 40 recipes. And that got most of them through like the mid 40s. I also accidentally turned in 12 fishing lebs and it got me 20 levels. So almost Fisher is my main. Alright, level 30, Cure 2. Sumiyan would have you investigate the creeping corruption which threatens the 12's wood. I'm going to South Shroud with this one too. Your presence here is most welcome. I have another task of which your maturing skills are well suited. Attend me closely. Expansive wounds that ooze corruption have formed throughout the forest. After examining the traces of the sizable disturbance you previously cleansed, I can only conclude that the phenomenon is the work of a malign agent. It must be found swiftly lest the corruption spread, and I would have you assist in the investigation. Guildmaster, I want to help. Since I got back from the South Shroud, I've spent all my time studying the forces of nature. I even sat through one of here Noel's lectures. Those was crying out in pain. My skills are still a bit lacking in some areas, but I want to do what I can for the forest. You have yet to master a single offensive spell. Without the means to defend yourself, it would be far too dangerous to send you off to the forest alone. You need a guide. Sure. I do not propose this arrangement solely with her safety in mind. Given the nature of the investigation is like that, Sophie's innate talent for hearing will prove as useful to you as your conjuring will to her. There is much you might accomplish together. You are not to approach any source of corruption without Monica at your side. Do I make myself clear? And should you chance to encounter the origin of these disturbances, do not initiate a confrontation. Too often you allow your curiosity to overwhelm your good sense. Now go and may the elementals watch over you. Yes, Guildmaster. Something tells me we should start a quarry mill on the South Shroud. Meet me there as soon as you can, and hurry up, the corruption is spreading. Okay. Alright, and then what am I doing with this one? This one's an E-Shroud. Let's go poke things in E-Shroud first. Oh, I didn't finish crafting the goldsmithing stuff because there's like 900 recipes between 31 and 40. We're going to be poking things way down here. And go way up here. Hello, hi math. You must be the young Lancer I was supposed to expect. Greetings and well met. I am Mathiomi, commander of the brave men and women of the Spire. Now, let's have a look at you. You possess strength and skill and abundance. Of this there is no doubt, but you still want for experience. I don't doubt you've seen much and more. Mayhap you believe there is not left out there to unnerve you, yet the world is wide and only the gods can claim to know all. You may be assured that the legendary Lancers of old faltered at times. No Lancer nor any man can foresee all possibilities, but he can steel himself for the unexpected. I would have you do just that. Take this bottle of fresh spoken blood and spill it in the foot of the great tree to the north. Doing so will allow creatures of the night which you are to vanquish. Sure. Can I jump off the spire? Height damage! It's like, fight this thing, but then bring out a chocobo and fight it. Alright, time to beat this thing up. Time to beat up lots of things. Another one appears. More appear. We're at level 15 though. Really, that's it? Come on, Math, your task doesn't add up. Would that be a sight to see somebody riding a motorbike all the way up the stairs? Welcome back. Last and well done, I bore witness to your battle with mine own eyes. The bloodbath bewildered its prey with its ceaseless flittering, which makes putting a spear in the beast an exercise in frustration. Frustration that may easily have given rise to panic. Yet to your credit, you fought on resolutely, and thus emerged the victor. Ywain has taught you well, young one. You have a way to go, to be sure, but beneath those roughened edges, I see the makings of a great lancer. With my blessing, make your way to Buskerman's rather than the South Shroud. It is there that your next instructor... Ooh, the Bard dude himself? The man had a unique approach to our art, though it's been a fair while since he hung up his spear. His words are well worth hearing indeed. Lancers visit him as much as for his counsel as they do his mead. Good though it is. By meeting Busker and availing yourself of his knowledge, your lance work will surely improve. We have nature stuff going on here. Might as well take a look-see. Where are bad nature things happening? Here, corrupted soil. Hi, Sophie. Arrow. Start plugging it with stones. This thing seems kind of weak. Level 30 quest and it's only level 20. And that was brilliant, but it was only the start. The forest still groans in pain. I can hear it. I think it's coming from the north. No, the northeast. Let's go and have a look. There's more corrupt shit. Lots of guys. That's okay, this one's only level 20. That's what Cure 1 is for. I took care of her and I gotta take care of these. Oh, jerk! And you're doing really well, but I think there's another one. And, well, it calls to me even more firmly than the last. It's to the east, I think. Yes, to the east. It's weird having these spots be in the middle. I'm so used to the spots being on the very outside of things. Another level 20. Getting bullied by level 30s. Alright, any more disturbances? The earth here feels healed, and yet there's no disturbance, and it's big, really big. It's hard to describe, but it feels sort of wronger, I think. I think it might be what's causing all this. I know, brothers, we said we weren't to confront it, but we can't just let it corrupt the rest of the forest. However powerful it is, it can't be any more powerful than you. You're amazing. And I'm willing to risk a scolding if you are. It's not far from here, somewhere to the southeast, I think. Should we at least take a closer look? That's going to be an instance. Of course, it's across the thing over here. And here's a Silver for archer things. Hello, we're going to do your instance first. Alright. Oh, this is unfortunate. We're here to save your ass. I told you not to follow me. Don't take control. You cannot conceal the truth from this archer's eye. It was almost upon us. We must make our stand here and protect him. You'll have to appreciate us after this, Yitsundere. If you want multiple arrows, don't just stand in that. It's a healer. Kill the healer. The rest can die from AoE. Screw you, healer. Oh, get fucked. I feel like I'm doing fine in this fight. No, I'm blind. Alright, more? That's it? That was easy. Told you I don't need or want your assistance. Quite why you have deluded yourself into thinking. Slap him? Thinking you can deceive us even when blind man can see that you cover your mouth every time you tell a lie. Observe with intent, overlooking not the smallest detail. Discern your subject's unique characteristics and recognize patterns in their behavior. I learned those things from you. I'll be damned if I'm going to watch you get yourself killed. There's still so much I don't know about Gridania and wild archery, so much that I need you to teach me. I suppose fixing your form is the least I can do. Paul's gang is already on the move. We have about one chance to catch them. Poachers with 12 would use bone whistles like this one to communicate with it. I believe we can lure Powell out of hiding, assuming she has not moved on. That's why I came to the Taker's route for this gang's whistle. If you're determined to help me, I have a task for you. Powell was last seen near Islamhar, to the east of the camp, through a hollow tree trunk in a clearing where two streams meet and Fs are wont to congregate. We will lay our trap there, and you will be the bait. Thanks. Do not fear. I swear on my honor as a Gridania archer that no harm will come to you. Okay. It's like, here's a clue on where it is. Just directs me right here on the map anyways. Anyways, another instance. Yup. We're gonna get into trouble. It'll be fine. I don't think you need to be able to hear the voices of the forest to notice that. What's going on? The corruption is definitely coming from somewhere around here. That's odd. As soon as we arrived, the sense of wrongness I had suddenly felt... well, it just felt less. It's hiding. It's almost as if it's holding its breath. Or hiding. Yeah, well, I just mentioned that. Do you see that? Just in that one spot there, the air seems wrong. Oh, this doesn't look good. Hi, Ariman. Fight it. Aquaman. Void Scent. Doesn't have a lot of hit points. If I mean its glare. Tainted stuff. I have to cleanse the disturbance first. I can do that. Oh, is it healing? Don't meet its gaze. I'll just move out of it. Idiot. More annoying enemies. Power of nature is so incredible. I feel like I can do anything. Nice gaze, idiot. Alright, can we kill you now? Are you gonna summon any other things? Ow! Done. Easy enough. We did it. We healed the land. Uh-oh. Happy. You learn how to use attack magic? I saw you chucking stones and arrows. Good, you'll start DPSing and learn to be a proper white mage. Or conjurer. Also, when are they getting rid of Cure 1? Cure 1 free cure is a trap. Healing doesn't drain me anymore. Proper conjury. Alright, let's go get lectured. But first, I have a whole bunch of other things to do here. And these guys are in the way. Alright, pokey things. Let's talk to our good friend here. Talked to him like 30 times. Hi, friend. That was about time you arrived. I mean, I know that. and this here's my place. In case you're wondering why Old Wayne sent you, I should mention I've always been in the food and drink business. Before I opened the druthers, I manned an outpost not far from here. You know, between keeping throats wet and bellies full, I ain't got a great deal of time to chat just now, so if you don't mind, I'll get on with educating you. Take this nice bottle of full flower mead. Don't open it. This ain't that kind of lesson. I want you to make an offering of it to Miss Dell's lance, which is the money tucked away in the rocky cleft to the south of here. See the bottle safely there, complete with its contents. When I come back, I'll tell you a story. Got all that? Good. Miss Dell's lance. Make an offering. All done. Fuck, I might as well do Archer Instance 2 here. Whistling! Hey guys! Not who you're expecting? Bollocks, I knew I should have trusted my gut. I'm outnumbered. Oh, never mind. Friends! She's like, God damn it! I do hope you will forgive my forwardness, madame. When we show our gallant Lord admirer and his mates just how much we appreciate their attentions. I hope you like it rough. Alright, 5 on 3. Yeah, well, AoE. The one in the back there, too. I've fought stronger Lancers than you. These guys are getting AoE'd so hard. Oh, you guys need some AoEs too. Is there a healer amongst you? Yes, there's no longer a healer amongst you. Gangbang! Throw arrows in your face. We're using an AoE on one enemy. What did you do to me? No more friends? Just you against us three spread out. Alright, spreading out. Nice try. I'll leave some fire. Not gonna call any more friends? No more friends. All your friends are dead. Yeah, you're getting fucked up. What are you gonna do against the power of friendship? Okay, second win. Did it. Perfect fight. Didn't lose any hit points. Alright. Captured. Run away! Trying to be sneaky. You're not gonna make this shot, are you? Nope. And I thought you only had eyes for me. Murder. Nope, not quite murder. Hello. Give up yet? Victory! We did it! Alright, now I gotta go report back. Murder. Groan. You still angry? Did you learn nothing from my lesson? Your style is far removed from proper Waldo technique. Still, you got yourself well enough, I suppose. I will see the power. Should she try to escape, she will find me far less sympathetic than the last time. How about you? What do you have to say? Did you see it? A perfect shot! Let's hurry back to Gridania at once. But my Lancer things. Hey, Buscaron, tell me a story. So you offered up the meat as I told you? And without drinking a drop? Very well, you shall have a tale of me, as promised. Mistella is the man who founded the Lancers Guild, and the monument I sent you to was erected in his honor. He was courage made flesh, cut him, and I dare say he'd have bled the stuff. It was him who first identified the two aspects of a Lancer's courage, as well as how to go about tempering him. And that weren't all he did, seeing how the art had gone stale. Well, with our Lancers keeping to the confines of 12, he sought to bring in new techniques and methods from faraway lands. But Gridania was a different place in his day. The outside world was a thing to be shunned back then, and non-forestborn were considered faithless savages. Aye, and it was even worse than now. Greater racism. Of course, he wasn't afraid to call that way of thinking what it was. A lot of ignorance and cowardice. To cut a long story short, despite a forest full of good old Gridanian stubbornness, he finally convinced the nation to open its doors to foreign lancers. By blending their techniques with his own, he gave the world the art which you now practice. To this day, the Lancers Guild accepts students regardless of their origin. That wouldn't have been possible if it hadn't been for our good friend. Us Lancers owe him much and more, and it's our charge to carry on his legacy. Never forget that. Hey, what's that? When's the trial? Much as I hate to disappoint, there isn't one. Your courage was never in doubt, lass. My part in your training is done. This time you visited your third and final instructor, a fellow named Volklert. You'll find him whiling away with his time at the bobbing cork like as not. Oh, that's the name of the Falgrid float. In case you don't know, up in the North Shroud it is. He's an old rival of mine. Me and him used to go at it till neither man could lift a spear tip off the ground. I warn you, he was a right stubborn bugger back then, and the years ain't done much to improve his humors. So, good luck with impressing him. North Shroud. Alright, where in the inn is he hanging out? Upstairs? There he is. Sup, dude? I take you the young Lancer of whom Wayne's World spoke, an adventure besides. But look you, I was an adventurer myself once. That was before I became a Lancer for hire and took an arrow to the knee. But if I'll talk, you have come to learn from me, and learn from me you shall. Be warned, though, that you will not find me as lenient an instructor as the others. Now pay attention. You have learned to muster your courage in situations of fear, panic, and uncertainty. With me, you will learn how to do so in the face of change. The enemy is a living thing, and living things are apt to change. Whatever the nature of that change, a Lancer must be able to think and accept, or adapt. And to think and adapt during battle requires courage. To teach you the meaning of my words, I would have you challenge a fiery fiend known as the Red Balloon. The creature will appear only when there is a raging flame. Where there is a raging flame, you may kindle such a flame by procuring 6 fingers from slain balloons and depositing them at a gutted campfire. This should suffice to entice the Red Balloon. As the battle wears on, the creature's fury shall burn in that with ever greater fervor until it is ripe to burst in a conflagration of death. Let courage lend strength to your lance and extinguish this fiery foe. Alright. Also level 36 quest. Let's beat up some balloons. It's damage time. That was a little overkill. 4 out of 6. I need more balloons. Go kill 6 of these enemies, 3 spawn points. So if you come up here, I think there's some balloons up here too. I think I just level 28 instead of 26. And you have the occasional +1. Here, damage. Hello, B-rank hunt. That's fecked that up. Gutted campfire. Here we'll get to the core of the issue. Stun. No explosions for you. Don't feel like walking? Just ride a motorbike on into the inn. I'm done your shit. So you vanquished the Red Balloon, no less than what I would expect of one of your Waynes. Your enemy altered its nature throughout the encounter, thereby causing the terms of battle to shift repeatedly. Yet ever did you press onward, your courage holding firm in the midst of constant change, so as that you emerged triumphant. I am not known for being liberal with my praise, but you have done well. Yours is a genuine courage. Mind you, this does not give you license to forsake your training. You are still but a fledgling among us, after all. I finish with you. You may report back to Wayne, and when you do, tell that young upstart that I demand he show his face here from time to time. That is all. Now I can go home. Well, the Archers Guild is right here, so I might as well turn this in. Peloton! Alright, look, I'm down here. Finished. I'm relieved to see you again. Had the 3 of you not been united in purpose, Powell would still be free and 1 or more of you would surely be dead. I am so proud of you. Not only have you mastered our teachings, but you have also helped your guildmates regain the perspective that they had lost. For showing such compassion to your peers, I wish to teach you a new technique, Wind Bite. You can bring the power of the very air around you to bear against your opponents, and they will suffer on long after you have knocked your next arrow. It will serve you well in battle, I'm certain. All archers walk the same path, towards improvement and discovery. As long as you have the vision to see the path ahead, you will continue to mature and excel. Yet we all grow weary and lose direction in time. When this befalls you, I have no doubt that you will find your way back to us. Trust in your eyes, they will never lead you astray. All done. Archer quest complete. And I get a new dot. Hooray, superpower! Alright, next quest. Guildmaster Lucian wishes to speak to you about learning new skills. Mage's Ballad and Soul of the Bard. We have time. With that, we have time for but we were all up in arms here. Another Exali dirigible has been spotted over the 12s. What do you see? Their appearance calls to my mind the Battle of Griffin Crossing, While I say battle, most are agreed that massacre would be rather more apt. The Excel dealt us a crushing defeat that day. Right around this time of the year was more than 2 decades past. A humiliating episode in our history to be sure, but heavens forbid that we ever forget it. Failure is the finest, if not the kindest of teachers, and few things drive a woman better than its sting. But let's speak of cheerier matters. Mayhap you've already heard. Marina Archer has recently returned to Twelveswood, the one they called the God's Bow. That's just a title, of course. His birth name is Jehantel, and he was once of the God's Quiver. The man was a legend even then, and there was no honor greater than being taken under his tutelage. But that's not all there is to him, mind you. Jehantel is also a skilled bard, one of the rare few capable of inspiring others to great feats through song. Upon learning that the God's Bow had returned, dozens of us flocked to him in hopes of training under a legend, yours truly included. Alas, the meetings haven't unfolded quite as we had hoped. Jehantel has refused to teach each and every suitor that has approached him thus far. Though it should be mentioning that the topics he is reluctant to instruct us in do not include poetry and song. He seems exceedingly keen to teach us all about them. Some few of us were tempted to take him up on his offer, save that we have a nation to defend. Far be it from my intent to belittle all those bards out there, but I like my chances rather better charging into battle with a quiver than a harp. And here we are hoping that transcendent mastery of the bow might be ours. But sparkling eyes, I'd wager you have an interest in the self-same poetry and song. Come now, there's no call for shyness, and there is more to life than battle. If you would present yourself as a pupil to Janelle, I happen to know his whereabouts. I've given to understand that he has made his camp somewhere west of Quarry Mill in the South Shroud. Janelle is an agreeable sort of fellow and should be willing enough to meet with you. Truth be told, I'm still holding on to hope. If you could find a way into Jehantel's confidence, mayhap he can yet be persuaded to train us. I wish you the best of luck, friend. Lancer things. I'm done my training, on to the last quest. He demands I show my face? I can only assume the buxom brunette at the float isn't lavishing him with the attention he craves. Very well, shall see what I can do. I never doubted that you would meet with the approval of all 3 men, yet I am no less proud of you for having done so. You have traveled far along the lion's path, and soon you will no longer require my guidance. In fact, you need overcome but one further trial to complete your education. To do so, and I will give you my blessing to leave the Lancers Guild and embark upon a new adventure with spear in hand. That's the spirit. As I reply yourself to the lance work, and return when you are ready for your final challenge. I am ready for my final challenge because I am at level 30. Learn lance charge. Alright, final trial. Ever a sight for sore eyes. Take it that you're ready for the final trial. Very well, let us... Annoying dude again? What happened? We were attacked, sir, by the Dusk-White Lancer as we trained in the forest. He was impossibly strong, a demon. He kept screaming something about teaching us true courage. We were in the northwest corner of the Central Shroud then when it happened. Simply get away but the others. You must help the others. Alright. Must wait. I'll go take care of this. Should the foul asshole force your hand, do my must be done. 12 speed you on your way. Alright. Final trial is beating up that dude again? Well, I guess the trial is on hold. Double instance again? Anyways, conjurer things. Hi, Guildmaster, lecture time. We weren't following your orders. Welcome back. Our mission was a success. We did dangerous things. I take it the 2 of you conspired to defy my orders? Yes. The force was suffering. We couldn't just walk away. It's all mine. It was all my idea. I take full responsibility. You did nothing I did not foresee. I am of no mind to lecture you. It is all according to his Keikaku. Indeed, Gudani has in debt to you for your heroic deeds. The corruption born of Akuman had taken root in the calamity-weakened soil. There is no telling how much further it might have spread if you had not defeated the creature. If I am not mistaken, you succeeded in drawing upon the energies of nature during the battle. Why, yes, I did. I remember thinking how badly I wanted to help Monica, and then I suddenly felt the power surging through me. That is as it should be. One does not simply choose to borrow from nature's strength. The mind may command only that which the heart permits. In your desperation to help your friend, you opened your heart to nature, and nature responded to your need. And we must not forget your part in this. It is clear to me that your journey with Sophia has brought you still closer to the pinnacle of our art. I believe you're ready for the last of my teachings. Thus, it is with great pleasure that I pass on another of our guild's magics. A more potent form of the cure spell is now yours to command. I have no doubt that it will serve you well as in your continuing endeavors. Wheresoever you go, nature will go with you, my friend. Ever shall the earth meet your footfall, and the wind guide your path. Thanks, buddy. Alright, more monies. I craft all my gear. Hooray, superpowers! Cure 2, better than Cure 1. Alright, now where are you sending me? It has a task for a skilled adventurer. I have a task of a most urgent and confidential nature, and I can think of none other than to whom I can entrust it. You are doubtless familiar with the Seed Seer, yes? Kanisana, Elder Seed Seer, leader of the Order of the Twin Adder and guardian of our fair nation, clearly needs no introduction. But know you also of her siblings? We have sister Ryo Senna and brother Arun Senna. Make for Evershade as we speak, where they will perform a ritual of great import. Verily such import that it would be no overstatement to say that the very fate of Gridania hangs in the balance. As you know well, we dwell in the forest by the good grace of the elementals, eternal guardians of the 12, and most of all the great one who dwells within the guardian tree. Your ceaseless warring and ill treatment of the trees that shelter us have aroused the great one's ire, and it is only by the quieting, the ritual which I spoke, that he may be placated. Thus did the two Seed Seers set out for Evershade, with nary a guard to accompany. Therein lies the rub and the nature of the favor I ask you. By no means would I question the powers of the Seed Seer, but with the great one's anchor mounting, the 12 would become a threatening domain for even the best of conjurers. Pray hasten to Evershade and see that no harm befalls the two. Alright, first we gotta go over here and beat this guy off. We're actually going out the White Wolf Gate. We're in the level 30 area. And here's the instance. Scarred Lance. Alright, dude, here we go again. It's like, when are you just gonna leave us alone? Help! Raptors. Those are called Lindworm. No AoE yet, huh? Alright, did I save you? That's it, this must be a double. I owe my life rent another breath and I would have become worm fodder. Does what Lancer unleash the fiends upon us, claiming it would temper our courage? I seen the look in his eye when he said it. Mad bastard! Where is he now? I think he headed off towards the North Shroud, maybe in the direction of the Falgord float. Can't say for sure, but I was concentrating on the Skelkin at the time. If it's a reckoning you seek, you're like to be disappointed there. Those of us who managed to outrun the worms will already have alerted the whalers. Dare say the Duskwite is being held at Spear Point as we speak, begging for his worthless life from a puddle of his own piss. Serves the bastard right and all. Will he be, though? Alright, he's gonna be up here, he's gonna be down way down there. Go with down? Yep, he's down here. What's up, asshole? Yes, put me in the instance before the enemy catches up. Angry. What the fuck is wrong with you? Helping your comrades? You say, fool, you waste your pity on false friends. It is only a matter of time before they betray you. I, just like those wretches who saw me imprisoned and exiled. I was once an upright citizen in Gridania and a man of the Lancers Guild, yet life was not easy. For want of the coin to obtain the barest necessities, I conspired with my closest comrades to steal from the guild's coffers. The theft soon came to light, and though there were no suspects, it was clear that the deed had been perpetrated by someone within the ranks. And their suspicion hung heavy over the guild from that day forth, until at last, unable to bear the guilt, I convinced my accomplices to join me in confessing. Only for them to bite their craven tongues after I had stepped forward and admitted to my part in the crime, and so it was that I alone took the blame. Of course it was the Duskwite, everyone said. Was there ever any doubt? It all made perfect sense. Despite my heartfelt pleas, my so-called friends denied any involvement. Instead, they called me vulgar names that I do not care to repeat. Can you imagine the shock and anguish I felt at their betrayal? Would that I had had the strength to force the truth out of those traitors. Would that I had the courage to escape my dungeon cell, even if it meant taking some hapless guard's life. Driven by vengeance and no small amount of self-loathing, I resolved to forge my courage in you. I strode into the lairs of ravenous fiends while drenched in blood. I put their helpless offspring to the spear that I might face the unbridled fury of their kin. You're a jerk. It's like, show you courage. I'm going to show you a beatdown. For my efforts, I've acquired the ultimate courage, a courage forged amidst danger and tempered by rage. I fear nothing. I'm the greatest lancer that has ever lived. Doubt it. Alright, let's bitch slap you. We settle this once and for all. Where'd your hit points go? You don't take much damage. I feel like I'm winning this hit point battle. Okay, you can be stunned. Oh, okay, don't want to stand in that. Extras! Present. I mean, look at my hit points. You still haven't done much. Stun. Oh, I couldn't use Soak and Win in time. I was gonna be like, oh, I finished with full hit points. I pretty much did, though. Like, do people actually have trouble on these quests? My courage is absolute! Uh-oh. Bye! Courage doesn't protect you from height damage. You were in combat with me, so that should have killed you. Alright, I win. Go on, back home. Second home. Can't tell if I murdered that guy or not, but he fell and I didn't see his body. Murder. His was a tragic tale, and one that might have been so different had fate not dealt him such a cruel hand. He could well have commanded a place of honor within these halls, but it builds us not to dwell upon what might have been. It is enough that you are still with us. Lest you wonder about your final trial, there will be none. I have seen all I need to see. You have proven beyond a shadow of doubt that yours is a genuine courage. In recognition of this, I shall pass to you the secrets of Lance Charge, one of the most potent abilities in our arsenal. You are a Lancer in your own right now. There is not more I can teach you. From here onwards, it is up to you to seek out new such challenges as will make you grow. Like attracts like, and the strong are drawn of just strength. Just as I once knew for a certainty that I was destined to face the Lord of the Bramble Patch, so too will you find, or be found by, an adversary of equal worth. None can say what fate will bring, but armed with your courage, there is naught you need fear. Keep close to your heart the lessons you have learned here, and go forth to blaze a new trail with spear in hand. Hooray, all done here. This should be called something else. And I remember you used to take extra damage in, like, some instances you don't want to use it, because then you'll die. Hooray, superpower! Alright, I have the dragon. Queen seeks your aid in assisting an old friend. Learn to jump. Dare say you might just be the right woman for the job. The guild has urgent need of a capable lancer for a mission beyond our nation's borders. Hear me out. I've received word from an Ishgardian friend to the effect that he requires our aid. I'll have you go and provide that aid. As you know, due to her ongoing conflict with the dragons, Ishgard has kept her gates closed to outsiders for some time. The occasional Dragoon on patrol duty is about all folks see these days. In spite of her self-imposed isolation, however, the Holy See has never failed to honor her obligation to her allies. It's only fitting that we answer the call and lend what assistance we can. To this end, we offered to dispatch a contingent of wood whalers with all haste, but were politely informed that they would not be welcome, much to our initial confusion. It was later explained that we are dealing with a matter of some sensitivity, best handled by individuals who are capable and trustworthy, yet unbound by allegiance, and who fits that description save adventurers. Secrecy being paramount, I can provide no details as to the nature of the task. All you need to know will be revealed at the rendezvous point. Should you accept the mission, take yourself to the observatorium. A knight by the name of Sir Alberic will receive you upon arrival. I believe this text changed if you've already done, like, Heaven's Ward by the time you do this. Maybe? Alright, let's go do Bard things first. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, might as well talk to you. Mysterious murders. Continue the main story. I was once a manservant to the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families of Gardania, the Dartancours. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, the mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kinder fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests. None amongst us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation. These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually, there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaids to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. So to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of her body. I preferred the dreadful task as bade, obedient servant that I was. When the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to the place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home, for half a century. Hockey Manor, like a place Canadians would like. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Mandan had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I resolved never to speak of my experience until you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She waits you at Hockey Manor on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, go and do what must be done. Next dungeon. Is it open right away, or do you have to do stuff in front of it? Seek entry into the manor. Alright, archer things. Hey dude. What's up, Jahantel? I want to learn music. You are kind to pay me visit, young one. None gives us elderly folk more pleasure than the company of the young. Add to that a steaming pot of tea and the beauty of the toadwood, and we could want for little more. Now, but the curl of your lips tells me that tea and scenery are not what you desire. You seek knowledge of archery, I take it, in which case I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I am Jahantel, the one they called the god's bow, but that was in another life. I have long cast aside my bow, taking instead a harp to my breast. For years I have lived as a bard, going wherever the wind blows, exulting in the beauty of creation through song. To be sure, I still have the eyes to recognize a promising archer when I see one, and you, young one, have promised. Keep your nose to the grindstone, one day you may count yourself a virtuoso of the bow. Yet know that virtuosity is worthless without virtue, and the words of the ballad of the vainglorious fool tell us this much. I want to learn singing. You truly wish to remain and learn poetry and verse? Well, I must admit to being rather taken aback. In uncertain days such as these, there are few instead who would devote their time to song as opposed to more tangible endeavors. You intrigue me, young one. I find myself growing curious as to how the melodies of old might find expression through you. I do believe a certain friend of mine would be of the self-same opinion. Aye, that would be as good a place as any for us to begin. Listen well, there is a Moogle named Pucknopoki who can oft be found wandering in an area situated east of here. I would have you present yourself to him. Pucknopoki is possessed of a discerning eye for talent. If he sees potential in you, I should be well satisfied that you indeed have the makings of a bard. Heed me. Turn thee over the hourglass of time that we might gaze upon the battles of yore. And all the way east. Really? He's all the way inside the campsite of these guys? Guess what? Minor, just sneak through. Then change back here. Hello, Puckno. Kupo, arg, how could this happen? Just so embarrassing, a blunder for the ages, Kupo. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? That's rare talent, I'll you've caught me at a bad time, Kupo. Now, be a good venturer and show yourself out. Jahantel sent you. You should have said so sooner. You do know that Jahantel is no ordinary bard. Yes, songs can salve your heart and strengthen your resolve. They can banish your fears and fill you with hope. And that's not even scratching the surface. When hearing perform is like bathing in sunbeams, Kupo. I've asked, begged, and pled more times than I care to count for Jahantel to stay and sing in the forest. Only now is he deigned to set foot here again, but he's refusing to sing for us. That's blatant breach of promise, Kupo. What's this? Why, your being resonates with a chord similar to Jahantel's, perhaps even identical. By the 12, this means that things may have yet turned out as planned. Why, you might even have it in you to surpass the man, and that's saying a lot. Egad, your coming has so excited me, my predicament and escaped my mind. There's a charm that I had meant to give to Jahantel, you see, but it was stolen as I napped. I roused just in time to spy the thief and attempted to give chase. Alas, drowsiness robbed me of my balance, and I was delayed by this tree. Last I saw that overbold brigand, he, or possibly she, was scurrying towards Taker's Rot. Now I realize we've only just met, but would you mind recovering the charm and delivering it to Jahantel in my stead? It's up there. Fine, I'll go get it. Heh, cheating. Aw. Cheating. Sweet, got it. Time to sneak out. Here, I got this back for you. Have you recovered the charm? Yes. Here you go. You did it. Please, you must now deliver to John. Tell him the Puckno Pucky thinks him a cunning rogue, but is excited nonetheless. So excited in fact that he cannot help but sing. Alright, I'm back. Welcome back. You have a charm and a message from me from Puckno Pucky. From Pocky, like the snack. Cunning rogue am I? I suppose I must explain. Pocky and I go back a long way. To when first I took up the harp. I made a promise to him then, one that I've yet to make good on. Pocky has long desired that I remain in 12 to sing for the rest of my days. Regrettably, I've been ill able to oblige him. Duty called, you see, I had battlefields to stand upon and comrades to protect. Moreover, an event came to pass that rendered my being in the 12s would problematic. I thought that by taking eager souls such as you under my wing, mayhap it would suffice to appease the Pocky. Of course, he saw straight through my little ruse. What the Moogles lack in grace, they ample make up for in wit. The creatures are great lovers of song. That you return with his charm is proof positive of his high regard for your potential as bard and archer both. The charm is a crystal known as the soul of bard. Pocky asked that you bring it to me, but he meant for you to have it. It is a gift from the Moogles bestowed upon those they deem worthy of walking the path of the true bard. The soul of bard harbors memories of the past, verses and refrains sung by the bards of old. As you gain in worldly experience, more of these memories will find expression through your being, imbuing your song with powers untold. Now, it may surprise you to hear that bowmen and bards are as next of kin. By the same token, mastery of song is dependent upon one's prowess as an archer. The sense in this will be lost upon you at first, but in time the realization will dawn that bow and harp are but stringed instruments played by the same hand. Go now and let your body and soul drink deep of the melodies of old. When next we meet, I hope to see a fully fledged bard standing before me, one who exceeds even Pocky's wildest expectations. Alright, come back at level 35. The quest to learn the action perform is now available from Simkin in Old Gridania. Alright, I am now a bard. And superpowers? Bard unlocked. And superpower. No. Hooray! Power! Now I go all my bars. We are a bard now. Then on over to the central shroud for white mage things. Do I stay down or do I have to go up? This looks down. What's going on down here? Instance things, apparently. Hey, Ryo Senna. Alright, you need my help? Conjurer things? Curses, how can we hope to make it to the Guardian Tree with all these ghastly creatures bursting forth like rampant weeds? If I'd known what we were in for, I'd have brought along a wood whaler or two. In fact, I say we should return and do exactly that. How do you want to be such a coward, sister? We are seed seers. These overgrown vermin are no match for us. Bold words, brother, but were they true words, we would have dispatched our enemies and arrived safely at our destination bells ago. Hello. A conjurer, are you? Ever the warrior, for once, however, his solicitude is most welcome. Might you help us dispose of these foul creatures? Have you no pride, sister? Caesar does not beg the aid of some common adventurer. Enough, brother. We have a duty to perform, a duty that takes precedence over your silly notions of pride. None of talk. Let us see to these pests. Fight. Oh, hey, I actually need these guys for a hunt. Everybody's getting dotted up. I'll say you're gonna heal yourself. Well, these enemies are kind of weak. Just one-shot them with a stone. Whoa, that's a line. Lots of little kill the ads. Get my hunt done. Ow. Did it. Bright lights. Oh, hello. Thanks. That crystal, do my eyes see me, or does the adventure inherit the legacy of Atoa Can't? He Atoa can or can't? It was none other than Atoa himself who last performed the quieting. No, I do not believe this adventure's arrival is mere coincidence. Bear of the Soul Crystal inherited arcane knowledge long since forbidden to those not of our kind. I know not why it is you he chose, but I believe our great forefather has led you to us today. Ancient tradition dictates that the quieting be performed by 3 Pagels. But I misspeak. It should be performed by 3 white mages if Master Etoa truly has chosen this venture as his successor. You speak madness, sister. Surely you have not forgotten that Pajali tradition strictly forbids sharing the teachings with those not of our kind. The power of white magic is far too great to risk it falling into the wrong hands. Yeah, if it falls into the wrong hands, you can have people just using Cure 1 to proc free Cure. And so you would uphold tradition merely for tradition's sake, even at the risk of incurring the Great One's wrath and bring disaster upon our forest home? Have you so little faith in our ability, sister? We are seed seers, more than capable of slaying any beast in our way and carrying out the ritual on our own. This petty bickering is getting us nowhere. I'm sorry to trouble you with our silly sibling squabbles. If you had time, I would speak with you further, but not here. Come to Camp Tranquil and come quickly. Time is of the essence. Alright. Traveling to... and just warp there. And suddenly fate. Anyways, teleport. Hey guys, I made it. Kupos! Moogles! Thank you for coming, Venture. Forgive my brother's rudeness. He cannot help that he was born with the head of solid stone. Anyway, I do not believe we have been properly introduced. I'm Rano Senna, a Pajal, as you can see, and sister of the elder Seed Seer. You are Monica, yes, brother. Isumi has spoken of you, and most highly at that. As you know, I've heard my brother Rune and I were en route to the Guardian Tree. There, the Great One, by whose grace we dwell here, resides. The gentlest of guardians when at peace, a destructive force that knows no bounds when angered. As the Great One goes, so goes our fate. The creatures he helped us dispatch tell us they too were roused to hostility by the Great One in his anger. You only look around you to see the force grows more and more threatening with each passing hour. So it is that we traveled here to quell the Great One's fury, to perform the quieting. In days of old, the ritual was, without fail, performed by 3 white mages. With our elder sister occupied with her many duties, my brother and I thought to attempt it on our own. He was quite confident, but I had my doubts. It was then that you arrived, and shortly thereafter became one of the chosen few to be gifted with a white mage's soul crystal. 'Tis no small honor. That gem marks you as inheritor of the magic of our ancestors. My brother's pride may blind him, but the signs are clear as day to me. You are not Pajali, but Atawa can't meant for you to be here today, to perform the ritual with us. They're known to all as one of the greatest mages in our history, but even more so, he was known for being something of an eccentric. In defiance of tradition, he bid farewell to his forest home, wandering the realm and healing the wounds of the land and people wherever he went. A most admirable cause, yes, but alas, it's never to return. He perished in a far-off land, and having taken no apprentices, legendary powers were lost to us for eternity. Or so I believed until I met you. And yet, for all his stubbornness, there is some truth to my brother's words. Ancient laws forbid us from sharing the teachings of white magic outside of our own kind. There are reasons for this which I would share with you when the time is right. There are many who would not approve of this arrangement. Still, I am convinced that it's Atawa's will that we bring you into the fold, and so I welcome you, Monica of the White. I can feel the Great One's fury welling up even now. Time is short, and yet, while you may have been chosen, I fear your journey as a white mage has just begun. Return me when you have further honed your skills, and we shall proceed with your training. Alright, come back at level 35. I learned Presence of Mind. When do I learn Regen? White Mage unlocked. I'm unlocking all the jobs. And new superpower. Presence of Mind increases your spell's casting speed. It's a DPS tool, not a healing tool. We'll equip this. We're a White Mage now. And now let's go to Corinthus. Down where there's level 36 to 44 quests. Chocobo Keep. Hello. What's up, Alberic? Who we meeting out here? You must be the venture from Wayne sent word. Greetings and well met. I am Sir Alberic, Bale, Knight of Ishgard. The Holy See is much obliged to you for your aid. Time being on this, I shall proceed straight to the heart of the matter. The eye, an Ishgardian relic of immeasurable worth, has been stolen, and we have reason to believe the culprit has come this way. So it is that we ask your assistance in its recovery. The thief has been identified as a man named Astinian, a dragoon sworn to the service of the Holy See. Aye, you heard true. The crime was perpetrated by one of our own, an individual in a position of trust and no little honor. You may be assured that a fate worse than death awaits him upon capture. My duties to the sea afford me little opportunity to travel well far beyond the walls of Ishgard. I must confess to grave ignorance of recent Gridanian affairs. I was told that a sentry by the name of Logadanrel might have knowledge of routes taken by Ishgardian fugitives. I would prefer to keep my identity a secret, and thus would have you gather what information you can from that man. We must act quickly, for you see Estinian is... but I've already said too much. What matters is that we find our thief and the eye with all haste. When last sight, Estinian was clad in black armor. Now go and speak not a word of what I told you to anyone. What happens if you come and do this quest when you completely finish the story? Like, what happens if you finish Endwalker and then come back here with a low-level Dragoon? Anyways, did you see anything? Reassured by Dragoon fugitives? Now that's the question I don't hear every day. You aren't planning some unsavory act yourself, are you? Even if you were, I doubt you'd make it far. Any road, we've got a few fleeing to the North Shroud. With Gridania being home to nearly as many Elzen as Ishgard, is no easy task to identify outsiders. If you're on the hunt for someone, you could do worse than to visit Florentel's Spire in the North Shroud. Speak with a man named Idristan. If any suspicious persons have crossed the border in recent days, he would be the first to know. Which way is shorter? Teleporting and then going? Or just going from here? Anything interesting going on over here? Hillbender, yes, I'm the one tasked with monitoring those who would enter our lands by way of Korthus, an Ishgardian knight clad in black armor. I call nothing of sort, and such striking visitor would be difficult to forget. My apologies, friend. I can only suggest that you return to him and see if he has any other theories. Back and forth. Come all the way back and talk to you. Any other clues? No luck? Most curious. Why is it impossible that a fugitive could make it this far without being through the spire, which leaves the possibility that your man is still in Ishgard. Everyone's counted to good sense. Would the fugitive not want to put a distance of grounds between him and his pursuers? The process of deduction, it is a possibility. The claims of Ishgard are not kind to drifters and vagabonds. As said, there has been talk of curious smoke coming from a cave east of here at night, where you might begin my search there. This cave here, Eye of the Dragon. Let's just sneak by here. Oh, never mind, I gotta kill these guys. Wait, are these guys for these hunts? Excelli Wild Talon. Yeah, they're for the they're for my Grand Company. All rank 1 hunting log entries for the Maelstrom complete. How many seals do I have? 13,000. Huh. This looks bad. Guess who's getting splattered in the face? You are interacting. What's going on? Hello! Superhero landing. That is good. Resort to sending Coinstar Avengers after me. I know not whether to laugh or feel insulted. The eye arouses for another? Preposterous. Our paths shall cross again, you can be sure of it. Bye. Alright, now back to Alberic. Next set of hunts show up when I rank up. Hello! Found him. Twin Clan Black, you say? Tell me all that transpired. By the fury that the eye would choose another, I not thought it possible. In light of research, it would seem an explanation is in order. The eye is in order. It harbors the power of the dragon, which it bestows upon a single chosen soul, the strongest and wisest dragoon. He who is chosen is possessed of the power to fight our mortal foes, the dragons of Dravania, on equal footing, soaring the firmament as if it were an extension of the land. That man is known as the Azure Dragoon. The Azure Dragoon is the light of hope for all Ishgardians and the paragon of all dragoons. For this reason, you may imagine how it pains me to have to confess that the man you encountered, the thief, is none other than the Azure Dragoon, and that I was once his teacher. Needless to say, I acknowledge myself accountable for Estinian's misdeeds and mean to do all in my power to find him and recover the eye, but I cannot do this alone. I require your help, Monica, you who have received the power of the dragon. You may labor to believe it, but there can be no mistake. The soul of the dragoon I bear glows in your presence, irrefutable proof that you are chosen. What I cannot explain, however, is the why of it. Never before in Ishgard's long history has the eye roused to more than one individual in a single generation, but avail us not to cudgel our brains about it. The fact of the matter is that you are now a vessel for the power of the dragon. That dragon lies yet in slumber, however, and you must needs possess the means to wake it. The soul of the dragoon, I would entrust you with mine. Sweet! I once ruled the sky as the Azure Dragoon, although that power has since become lost to me. It was simply by force of habit that I have The other two kept the soul upon my person. I have no inkling as to why the eye has seen fit to choose a second and an outsider at that. Your one thing is clear. None can challenge the Azure Dragoon and conceivably prevail save another Azure Dragoon. You are our only hope of bringing Athenian to justice and reclaiming the eye. Of course, I do not ask that you do this unaided. I may be Dragoon no more, but what knowledge I have I shall gladly impart to you. For indeed, when the time comes that you must face the Azure Dragoon, not less than complete mastery over the power of the dragon will avail you. That a perilous road lies ahead of you, I shall not deny. Knowing this, if you would still lend me your lance, I shall teach you to harness the power that has chosen you. Go forth, my young Dragoon, and rouse the dragon within. I look forward to your return. Alright, come back at level 35. Sweet, I can jump around! Get myself into the soul, Dragoon unlocked. And superpower, I can jump! Hooray! Alright, Dragoon things. I guess I have to go back to Limsa and actually unlock Scholar as well. I have to actually organize my bars somewhat. Let's follow this path to the manor with floating eyes around it. Alright, did I find the way in? Interacting with the gate. Hockey Manor now available. And duty support. Alright, let's do this double caster style. It's a spoopy mansion. Spoopy mansion. The first time I ever did this place, I actually, as a level 30, I actually had more hit points than the tank. And Mike came along and he's like, this tank is terrible because the tank was almost getting one shot by the final boss. It's pretty bad. He wasn't nowhere near geared enough. Yeah, I think the tank had like 730 hit points or something like that. My first time ever doing this. Alright, supporters, let's go. Let's murder this. Kill enemies in here. You're doing fine, you're not taking any damage. Pick up this tiny key in this first room. Kill some AoE. I guess there's 3 enemies as AoE. Use up my gem things. Is there even anything in this room? No? 300 potency versus 270. Back to spamming single target. We'll use our key here. There's another key in here. Not even letting these guys use their cast. Tiny key back here, and then if you go across here, the fine wax used to be at the end of this hall on the left side, but now they moved the fine wax over into here, and now it's a guaranteed drop, I believe, from this chest. So shove the fine wax. Is there no key in here anymore? Deal AoE damage. Use this while we wait. That's a big AoE. Hi, Manor Sentry. Shoot my pew-pews. I don't have an extra key for this door. Usually would, because the door that I got the fine wax in, you would usually have an extra key in it. Don't stand to the bad. And swift cast. That's right, boys, don't stand in that. Boss is dead. I'm wondering if there is a spare key somewhere, because I believe that door that I have locked there contains another piece of gear. The key that I got from that boss should open this ivy door. No enemies on these stairs anymore. They're just down here instead. Swift cast. Swift cast the long cast ones. And use mud gems. Ah, there's an extra tiny key. To unlock all the doors in the way. There's bad, don't stand in it. There's a treasure coffer in this one. Manor beret. And another tiny key. And you get a tiny key, and you get a tiny key. I'm going through here really slowly. Because I'm taking the scenic route, I want to see everything this place has, see if it's changed at all. Any extra tiny keys in here? No? And AoE! AoE! Or be like people in random groups and don't use AoEs when you pull, like when you double pull groups. Oh look, more treasure. Manor scale mail. Let's be fair, this place isn't that hard yet so far. Pick up a yellow key. Go over this. There's an extra tiny key. Boss time. Let's kill this guy first. Yeah, these bosses don't really do much. besides get their ass kicked. And one down. Yeah, usually I'd be done the dungeon by now, but I'm taking scenic routes. Level up. And before you used to use a return here, but now they give you a portal. Takes you back to the start. What if I open this door now? Just still back here. And this one should have a piece of gear in it. New gear. Snazzy beret. Did I miss a small key somewhere? Isn't there a hallway down here? Use the parchment. I also remember sometimes returning here and somebody forgetting to pick up the parchment. Blue Mage is going to level 5 petrify here at this boss. You should run away soon. You're running away. Boss time! There's not much in between second and third boss. I fucked up, lady! Fucked up lady, alright. Let's go down this hallway. When the enemies aren't close enough to AoE. Dang an annoying tank. Fighting trash mobs to epic boss music. Yeah, this door's locked. I don't have an extra key. Did I miss a key somewhere? Oh, there's one. So it wasn't the first section that I missed one. Enemies! I wish they were grouped up better. We're not focus firing. Save my gems for the boss. Heart of House of Darlendry? Anyways, I hope you guys got the corner things. They probably don't have the corner things. Map in the realm. Void call. Turn around. Don't do the corner things anymore. Still just kill the ad. Gaze attack. Tank buster. I like how this boss used to be. Turn around. Beguiling mist, turn around. And level. So I guess this boss now just turned away from gaze mechanics. So I guess once people hit like level 90 and are still messing up gaze mechanics, they don't have an excuse because you now learn how to do that at level 30. Hooray, win! Took way too long here because I was fucking around. Anyways, we're all done here. Got actually like, what, 70,000 experience? I took care of business here. Darkness has taken root within these halls, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life. Prepare for trouble, make it double! It's a pleasure to meet you. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystallite, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Angry. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength. From Master Lahabred, that task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. Bye. Fare you well, bringer of light. Also, snazzy new hat. Alright, all the way back to Gridania. And all the way back up there. They couldn't put a 8th right up there, huh? Alright. Sorry, killed the lady. You returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me all. She became an easier boss, so she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray. It was plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? By my silence I I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore, through misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Poor guy. Alright, all the way back to here. Hi, accountant. I'm back. I've returned from my outing. New clues and stuff? New cutscene. Welcome back. Full glad I'm safely returned. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn to the 12's Wood? I went and beat a boss that's easier. And they sought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devil's taunt us is beyond doubt then. The assholes have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end? You do not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Unless we can only do so much, it's clear to me now that the Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the three nations to the presence of this elusive enemy and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the assholes might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires our attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Alright, new level 28 weapon that I don't need. Alright, going on to level 29 quest though. Skeletons. I'm not sure if we're moving on to level 29 quests. Level 30, whoa. We're moving on to level 30 quests, alright. But that'll be for next time. Thanks for watching! Did you like this video? If you did, like it, leave a comment, and share it. You can click on the left button to subscribe, and the right button to watch more Lalafell adventures. Thanks for watching!